So, about a month ago, I made a kind of depressing and somewhat vague tweet about how my next 2 weeks are going to be rough and stressful and hard, yada yada. Here's the tweet. But if I can for just a minute explain what was going on with that, with a bit of an addendum as to why this situation that we're in right now and the use of personal protection and social distancing are really, really important. Just bear with me here. But as some of my closer friends already kind of know about what was going on, the reason that I went out of town back in early April was due to my work hiring a good chunk of our crew to go up to New York City to help deal with their COVID situation. To put things in perspective, they typically run about 3,500 to 4,200 calls a day for 911 calls. The day that we arrived there, they were running 7,000 plus, which was double the amount that they usually can deal with. In addition to the 25 to 30% of EMS workers in New York City already sick with COVID. So we're talking a majorly stressful situation for everybody. Police, firefighters, and EMS workers. In total, when we arrived there were roughly 250 new ambulances there, which was quite a sight to see. I was maybe getting about 3 or 4 hours of sleep, average. We were essentially working 12 hours on and 12 hours off. During our shifts, I saw a multitude of different calls ranging from minor things like I've got a headache all the way to things like cardiac arrests that were the result of COVID-19. I want to make this abundantly clear. This pandemic, the shit that's going on with this is very, very serious. It's real scary for people whose bodies just can't handle it. But at the same time, there are ways that we are able to reduce the risk by just doing a few simple things. I'm probably going to sound like a broken record by saying this, but just take it from me. I really, really need to emphasize this. If you need to go outside, wear a surgical mask, wear a scarf, an N95 respirator, fucking anything that's able to cover your mouth. Wear gloves if you need to. Don't touch your face. Stay indoors. That would be the biggest help. Please stay indoors. I feel like I don't have to say this, but at the same time, I do need to say this because people don't think that this is a big deal. Like, I can't tell you how many times we were in a hot zone and there were people still jogging every day without any protection on. They were taking their kids to parks. It's fucking heartbreaking to see that. I know it's hard for a lot of people out there just to stay indoors. I like going outside and doing shit. I like being able to drive around. You know where I'm at right now? I'm at a camper isolated away from my family because I could potentially be infected and I'm definitely not going to be bringing that shit to them. So why is everybody else going outside thinking that this isn't a big deal when they could give it to somebody else? That's selfish. God damn it. I really didn't want to be mad while recording this, but it's so damn important that people they need to understand the severity of this. It's going to get better, but it's going to get a lot worse if you think that we need to reopen all the stores now and just go outside and pretend like this illness didn't happen. If you really think that we do, go read up on the Spanish flu and come back to me, because I'd love to know your thought process. Well, that was fucking depressing. I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten while being up in New York City. I love the messages that I was getting. Being home is such a breath of fresh air, a breath of fresh indoor air, might I add, and I'm going to get through this. We're all going to get through this. I know for some of you, it may not be bad in your neck of the woods, but it very well could, and it could happen overnight. Just take that with a grain of salt, I guess. I love you guys.